Hey, this is Jenny Jones, Digital Growth Hacks Club. All right, listen, I just got the notice that AppSumo Day is live. I didn't have time to shave. I said, no, I got to get up there. I got to let people know, let them know and see what I'm seeing here. And if you guys want to join in a chat and let me know what you think. So let's take a look at some of the deals that came through, and I'm gonna take a look at them. I didn't get a chance to set up some of my share screen. I might be able to do it, might not be able to do it, but let's see what we got here. So if you take a look at the AppSumo Day, and I'm going to put up the link here, and we can look at it together because I didn't, like I said, I didn't get a chance to put up my share screen. But if you want to take a look at it, you can there. Let me see if I could. No, I didn't get a chance to set that up. All right, so let's take a look really quick at some of the deals that came through. So we have here, if we look at it, it's about 735 deals, right? 735 deals they put up here. And I think what the way they set it up is you can take an extra 10% off of AppSumo Day products now until June 15th. Now, I think that's a good deal if it's something you've been wanting to get and if it's something you've been wanting to buy. But again, I didn't set up my share screen, wanted to make sure that I got that out. But let's take a look at some of the deals that they have here. So right off the bat, I see a couple of old time deals here. So it's again, it's 735 um, products they have that you can take an additional 10% off. Let's look at some of the old tried and true um, deals they have here. Albedo is a good deal, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk about that. So we got Albedo, we got Robo Motion, we have True Conversions. These are old, they've come back. Let's see what else did they have here that's old and that's going to possibly come back here. Um, Nuon Rider is a tried and true that's been there. Also, we have that's back that's older. Socialmonials is back. Reon is back. That's a pretty good one. What else do they have here? Claudora is back. Let's talk about some of the other older ones that they have that are back. As I scroll down and look at some of these other ones that I like. Um, Flex Clip is back. What else is back? Again, you can use an additional 10% on these. So, what else is back? PubCoder is back. I'm going to talk about PubCoder here in a minute. I may even do a video on that one if you guys stick around. Agile, that's an old tried and true CRM. That one is back. Again, apologize for my look. I was out and I got the notification. I was out with my wife who was at the store. And I said, honey, I got to get home. I got to do this live stream really quick. So apologize for the look. UI, Image Optimizer is back. Postly, Site Guru is back. Just looking at some of these older ones. What else is back that you probably want to take a look at? Then you got Yuki, obviously, is there. PXL is there as well. If you see any of them here, you can obviously use my link in the description and pick up any one of them today because I'm going to talk about a couple of them here. Tiker is back. I just want to go over all the old school ones first. Rotella is back. White Cream is back. Soundwise is back. Let me see what else. I want to go through all the old ones first, and then I'm going to cover some of the new ones, and then we're going to talk about who are the winners today. Optinly is back. They have a new project they're working on. No Code MBA. MBA is back. Who else is here? Old school. Link Chest is back. Who else is back? Outscraper. Um, let me see who else is back as far as old school. And then once we do that, I'm going to talk about them and kind of tell you some of the deals that I like. Oh, they got niches. It's always been here. It's just got a 10% on it today. And I think that's really it. As far as old school, again, there's 750 of them. They're blowing them out. They're blowing a lot of them out. Just going to give you a lot of deals on them. Invoiceless is here. That's a sneaky one, right? So you might want to pay attention to that one. I'm in love with that tool. I picked it up. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. Linkjoy is old school. What else is in here that's old school that they're bringing back? I'm talking about all the old schools right now that they brought back, and then I'm gonna go over a couple of the new ones. Copy wise, they brought back not old school. It was just here a couple of months ago, but they're back. Who else is here? I think that's it for all the old school ones. And let's get into some of the deals that you need to look at right away. So just be patient with them to see what else they got here. Okay, so the graphics creator is back. That's really old. They came back 10% on that. Oh, Marketing Master IO, the Marketing Master is here. Interesting. Okay, so that's old school. We might even talk about that one as well. What else is old school that we're going to talk about today? Outperform is here. Those are investing tools. Those are good tools. I'm an investor, so I look at those kind of tools as well. And what else? I'm just going through all 750 of. I'm not going to go through every single one. I'm just trying to tell you some of these old school ones that you might want to put on your radar. So what I got to tell you, so let me tell you the bad news, right? Let me give you the bad news first, right? If you're here, hey, chime in the chat, let me know you're here. Pop in. I mean, you can probably come back and watch this a little bit later, but if you're here with me, I appreciate that as well. So let me let's see. I had to fix my camera, man. I got 100 things going on here. I had to go at the last minute. All right, so just got my office set up. I'm gonna be doing a lot more live streams, so I got to set everything up. I'm not really quite there yet. We're gonna get it going here. So what else here? Voicely is back. And what else do we have here? Old school. Okay, so that's really about it. All the rest of them, yeah, the rest of them. All right, so here's what we got here, right? We have over. Dang, they put everything on Sumo Day. They got a lot, and I think so. Here's what it is. So let me give you the bad news, right? Let me give you the bad news first, right? So blah. Hey, good to see you here, sir. One of the members of the community. I need to figure out how to pronounce your name, man. I need to figure out how to pronounce your name because I think I've been butchering it. One of my members here of the community. All right, so here's the bad news first, right? So the bad news first is this is designed to make you spend a lot of money. And it's like, okay, so what do you mean is a lot of money? So I put the link in there. I'll put the link in there again for the AppSumo Day. That's the link to it because I'll be talking about it. I didn't set up my share screen. I just wanted to go live really, really quick. So that's the link. So if you take a look at it with me, there's 735 products. And so what that basically means is and you're going to get 10% off any one of these for AppSumo Day. So already if you are an AppSumo member plus member, you're going to get that plus this 10% bump. So to me, this is designed to make you spend a lot of money, right? You are going to spend a lot of money. Why? Because if you find some things that you've been missing and you've been wanting it to come back, there's a couple here that have come back already, right? But there's some that haven't been here in a while, and you see it, and he says, "Oh, I want to get that plus an additional 10%." So there's 735 products. So I've already went through all the old school products that they brought in. I went through all the old school products. Some that I like, some I'm okay on. Here's the beauty of all of this. I own a lot of these. I probably own probably 50 or 60% of these, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna go through and we'll try to see which ones. But so let me tell you one first off the bat that I think you should be looking at that a lot of people have not looked at, or I don't think enough people have looked at. And one of those is Albedo, right? It's Albato. And again, I can't share screen here. I didn't set that up. I just jumped in really, really quick. Um, but Albedo is a tool. It is a tool where if you can't get two tools to talk to each other using Pabbly or using some of the other type of connection tools, Connecteds, IT, or using the regular old Connect tools, Albedo allows you to create your own API on the fly, right? And I don't think it's not US based, so you're going to see a lot of stuff in Spanish, I think. But it is a very unique tool that if you can't find a connector, like, hey, I want to connect this to this tool, and if this one tool has an open API and then the other tool doesn't have an open API, Albedo is a good in between, right? Because you can create your own API, and they show you how to set up the password exchange and all that. It's not a overly difficult tool, but it's a unique tool that you might need to have a tool just to connect two together. Just you never know, right? And so it's always good to have an Albedo in your pocket, right? How do you spell it? So it's Albedo, Albato. Sorry about that. Again, I can't share screen. I jumped on here really quick. My wife's going to kill me. She says, "You're just leaving me here at the store." I says, "Hey, I'm going to come back and get you." So that's funny. That's a whole nother story. So Albedo is let me put the link in there for Albedo in there so you can see that, just so you can take a look at it. And again, if you pick up any of these, my description is, my link is in the description. I'm not going to talk about all of them, but I am going to give you a good. So that's the link to it right there. So I apologize. Don't have it today, but I'm going to get my setup together. You guys are going to see. It's like, man, Jenny's going to. So this is just a raw setup, but I got some other things coming here. So, all right. So Albedo is one we talked about here. Let me see. All right. So Albedo is one we talked about, right? And so Albedo is, again, it's a connector tool. If you don't have an API on one side, there are some tools that don't have an API, right? But they may have an open, they may not have an open API. You can get those, you can still connect those two different tools. Albedo kind of gives you that in between. That's always a good tool to have. I don't know that I do a large allotment, maybe multiple codes and all that. I wouldn't do that, but it's always good to at least have one Albedo in your toolbox if you wanted to. All right, so then there's another tool called True Conversions, right? That's on here. Let me see if I can get you a link to that one. So True Conversions, let me show you that one. Let's talk about True Conversions next. So True Conversions is not a bad tool. It's more of it could tell you the traffic on your website. It kind of tells you, it's probably one of the better heat map tools that I've seen out there. So it has a heat map, and you could see actually uses a light code, JavaScript code. You can see when people are actually coming to your site, and you can see where they're going, where they're spending most of their time, right? Where they're spending most of your time. So True Conversion is not bad if you don't have a heat map tool. That's a really good tool to pick up. Of course, it's an additional 10% off. So I think I gave you the bad news already, is the 10% off, but I'm giving you kind of the good news of some tools that I didn't think I'd ever see come back. Albedo is one. True Conversion is another. What other tools that I didn't think would come back? RoboMotion had already come back, but they're giving you an additional 10% off of that. So let me tell you what else I think is good right now. Nuon Rider, if you don't own that, I think you should. I think everybody should own at least one Nuon Rider, right? So Nuon Rider you can use the AI, but it kind of gives you a natural language writing. So that's a very complex tool. So that's a good tool that out of all the AI tools, that's very robust, and it gives you a lot of additional things that I didn't think that they do. I think I max stacked that one because I do a lot of blog writing. And if you do a lot of blog writing, or if you're not into blogging and you're trying to drive traffic, since you're here, there's a couple people here right now that I want to be able to let you know I'm going to be dropping different tips and different things like that. But if you have content you're trying to move, right, it's two different ways. You can either do outbound marketing or inbound marketing, right? So inbound marketing is you create an area or a platform for people to gather and get to know you better, and to then from there then sell them different products or send them down different funnels, right? So a lot of people want to go outbound marketing first, which is the most expensive way of marketing, where you're going to YouTube ads or Facebook ads. If I held those two together and you forced me to pick one over the other, I would probably go YouTube ads over Facebook ads. And the reason why I would do that, just so you know, because it's searchable. The back end is tied to Google. You can SEO control the YouTube side, where Facebook you can't. You're kind of captured in this community, right? The best thing about Facebook is they can get into the demos a lot, right? They can get into the psychographics. They know what kind of deodorant you use. They know where you're going. They know where you're going to eat dinner at. So that's outbound marketing. That's an expensive way. But if you wanted to go inbound marketing, then you would use a lot of blog writing and drive people to your funnels and things like that. Then you would need a Nuon Rider that's going to give you the best ability to do that. So again, yeah, Nuon Rider is it's awesome, right? Yep, need to pick that up. So it is good, right? Make sure you use my code if you pick it up. But anyway, all right, so I digress. All right, so what else I think is good for you to take a look at as far as old school, bringing it back, right? Let's see here. Reon. So let me give you the link to the Reon, right? These are old schools I didn't think would come back. Copy link address. All right, so let me put that here. So Reon email verifier. I swear by this tool, right? I gave a freebie out. I think I gave a freebie out. I did it on my other site or something like that. And I had a lot of emails come in, right? So using Reon email verifier, I can just dump them all in there. And what that will do is it'll tell me who has legit email addresses that they pull in. And it'll tell me in quick order, right? As soon as you punch them in, it'll print them out. It says, you put in 100 email addresses, 20 of them are so people don't answer them, and then but there's 70 of them here that are very good. So I like that tool. It allows me to do quick work on email validation. Who gave me a dummy email, who gave me a not so good email, and so on and so forth, right? So that's what that particular tool does. So I'm trying to give you some of the old school ones here. Everybody knows Socialmonio, right? The thing what happened with Socialmonio, so let me tell you that real quick, put that in here. So here's what happened, and the reason why I'm not sharing, I think I shared earlier already in the podcast or in the stream, is I didn't get a chance to set that up. I left my wife at the store. I told her I was going to come back home real quick and do a live, right? So you guys got to give me a pass on my first live here. So Socialmonials, right? Socialmonials kind of has morphed into a tool that allows you to, if you're a digital agency, right? Socialmonio is a tool that allows you to run different contests and allows you to, or actually it's an agency that you can, to get that tool, you need to run it as an agency. So if you have an agency and you want to do a lot of things for your clients, then if you pick up the Socialmonio, and I think they have an agency pack, I think it's for $50 a month, you can turn it into a full-blown agency and you could sell completely 1000% white label services to other people. So I think Socialmonials and VBout have the best 1000% white label tools, right? They're just completely white label, right? And I appreciate that. I think another one that's coming up in the white label space possibly is EasyCourse. We'll talk about that possibly later. All right. So what else do we have? We have Socialmonials. What else that I think you guys should look at and take advantage of that you may now there's let me see what else. These are just tools they just give you 10% off on, right? So let me tell you about PubCoder, right? And A lot of people are not going to pick this up, right? But I feel I need to tell you about it. I'm going to be doing a video on this one soon. So if you're still with me, hey, just put something in the chat room. Let me know if you're paying attention, or you're just like, man, Jenny's just talking crazy today. He got up late, rolled up on the wrong side of the bed. He left his wife at the store. So let me know if you're there. Put something in the chat room. Let me know if you guys are good, if everybody's still in there, so on and so forth. All right. So I put PubCoder in there. All right, good. Hey, yo, he says, hey, yo. All right. So listen, let me tell you about PubCoder, right? This is probably the most Charles said he's making a list. All right, there's a lot of stuff there. And that was the bad news. The bad news is you can actually spend a lot of money today because they try to put everything and going to give you that additional 10% off on everything. But so let me tell you about PubCoder. It's not going to be for everybody. What PubCoder is, so let me give you a vision for PubCoder. If you wanted to make interactive apps, maybe you say, hey, you know what? I want to start a learning series. I want to start, teaching kids how to draw, or teaching kids how to knit, or teaching kids how to do all these other things. PubCoder is a type of tool. PubCoder, yeah, right. VBot, hands down. PubCoder is a tool that allows you to build interactive ebooks, right? Now, it's not going to be for everybody. That's only if you want to create an additional passive stream of income. He says, you know what? Let me create one ebook with all these AI tools. So I would partner that, and let me give you back. So if I had PubCoder, and I see it on here also, ArtSmart, let me give you that link. By far, let me put that in here as well. So ArtSmart, let me see, Command V. So if I had ArtSmart AI and I had PubCoder, I already can create an animated book or animated series of some sort. I could sell that in in the App Store, the iStore, the Apple Store. I can create that from PubCoder. Now, PubCoder, again, you have to be a creator. You have to be a digital content creator to understand the true power of that tool. That's a difficult tool to understand. But if you've used any type of Adobe products in the past, it's not difficult to do. But if you took that, that AI tool and created some animated characters. The hardest thing about creating a book is creating illustrated characters. Well, you can create that with that AI tool I just put in, ArtSmart. Put that in with PubCoder. You're already off and running. Put up a book on Amazon, creates a revenue stream that you'll be able to eat for a lifetime. So I just threw that in there because we were just talking about it. PubCoder is there. A lot of people don't understand PubCoder, but I got to tell you, it's a really, really nice tool. What else do I like that's old school? Because I'm gonna go into some of the new school tools here in a minute here. So let me give you another tool that is where is it at? So the name of the tool is called, where is it at? So the name of the tool, I don't even see it here. I'll come to it when I get to it. All right, so let's talk about some of the new school tools that are here that you might want to look at, right? Let's look at some of the new school tools that you might want to look at. So some of the new school tools. Now, let's go back to AirDeck, right? I think people have been giving me a hard time about AirDeck. And yeah, PubCoder, you have to be a creator. You have to have a creative mind to create an ebook, to create an app. Do you know how much kids spend on their iPads and all that to create something to engage kids? Try to create puzzles. Try to create the little kid that chases the balloon and create a story out of that, and then sell it as an app. You will eat for a lifetime off of that, right? So that's what PubCoder allows you to do, and you can make unlimited. For their lowest tier, I think it's $49 or $59. You can make unlimited ones, right? So that, again, I just threw that in there. And so AirDeck, right? So let's talk about AirDeck, right? AirDeck is so intriguing. I found out more about AirDeck over the last couple of days since I did my last video. You might want to catch that if you didn't get an opportunity. Go back and take a look at that. But what AirDeck is, and people think it's not PowerPoint. it's not Dectopus, right? You can use, in fact, you can use Dectopus with AirDeck, right? You can create your PowerPoint slide and setup, and then upload it into AirDeck. Now, let me tell you what's intriguing about AirDeck, right? And I probably got about another 15 to 20 more minutes, so I want to cover a couple more here that I want to get to. But let me tell you what's so intriguing about AirDeck. What's so intriguing about AirDeck is you could literally you can upload, I want to say about 150 to 200 different types of docs. No matter if you think of the type of doc or extension, um, Google Sheet, PowerPoint, all you can think of, all you can upload it into AirDeck and then speak over it, right? And so that's the powerful thing about that, meaning that if you wanted to create something, the best way you can use that, and let me tell you a little hack or a secret, right? This is the digital growth hacks, is what we do here. They have unlimited. Hey, thanks for checking in, Justino Rodriguez. So what AirDeck has is they have unlimited views, right? Normally tools like that will limit your views, limit or cap your views. So they have unlimited views, right? And they have unlimited uploads. Well, if you get, I think, tier 2 and above, but I think below that, I think if you do the regular one, you only get 50 uploads. But let me tell you what the power in using a tool like AirDeck. You no longer need Vimeo, YouTube, or anything like that to host your videos. You could literally host your videos from AirDeck, right? And I'm going to do another posting on that. I went and tested it with every tool. I tested it with ThriveCart. I tested it with SamCart. I tested it with Teachable. I tested it with which other one did I tested it in email. I embedded it as an email. I tested it with EasyCourse. If you are a course creator, you really want AirDeck, because AirDeck allows you to embed the PowerPoint anywhere. So if I'm doing a PowerPoint, I have 15 slides, and I'm trying to get somebody through a course. If I wanted to swap out one of the slides because it was no longer available, or that content was out of date. So I do a lot of stock classes. I teach people how to invest in stock and all that. And the stock price fell, or the company is now they're a bad stock, and I want to replace that slide. I just go to the AirDeck, replace the slide, and it updates it. It updates it automatically through all of the courses where I have it. So that's powerful. Not only is that powerful, I don't have to recreate the entire course all over again. I can just recreate that one slide. That's the power of that's if you're a course creator, that's more powerful than you think. That's more powerful than you think, because anybody that's created a course or created courses before, if you want to create one slide over and do it over, AirDeck allows you to do that. And and it embeds anywhere, even in email. I think I'm gonna do a video on that. I'm gonna show you guys ThriveCart, SamCart, email, Teachable. No matter what LMS you're using, you more likely can use AirDeck. And the power of that is, for some of your classes, if you want to be visible in the top corner for a couple of slides, or you can just talk in the background, just voice. So you can just do voice, or you can do audio as well. And then you can have a point clicker too, if you want to show people how to pick. That's a sneaky tool. Do not sleep on that tool. That is a sneaky tool. I think a lot of people don't like the branding. If you're going to use Vimeo or you're going to use YouTube, then you need to live with that branding. I don't think there's anything wrong with that branding. What I would like for the founders to do is put an affiliate link underneath there or something like that. So AirDeck is a sleeper. So Blamore said AirDeck is a total sleeper, and I think because people don't understand it, right? Aloha, right? Where are you from? Hawaii? I was just there a couple of months ago, right? Looking at some real estate. All right, so what else we got? So AirDeck is a total sleeper, right? So I'm giving you that as a sleeper. I'm also giving you Impulse AI as a sleeper, right? A lot of people, you got to have vision for this tool. This is another tool. AirDeck, going to use it alongside VidPower. Yes, you can embed AirDeck. When I say you can embed it anywhere, the code will take anywhere. And here's another thing here's one more thing, just for you showing up for staying this long about AirDeck. you cannot copy the content. You cannot copy the content. So you know how you do a YouTube, it has unsecure, or you do, maybe some people can use Vimeo or something like that. If you use an air deck, you can't break that. You can't get that screen, right? You can't get that screen there. So Impulse, right? So let me, yeah. So let me show you guys. So Impulse, I put up there. Impulse is a sleeper tool. I like to reserve it for agencies only, or if you're not an agency today, you may become an agency later, right? I know you guys are seeing my ads or whatever, but listen, I got to be able to pay for this somehow. I don't get, a lot of people think I make money off of YouTube. I mean, off AppSumo. I don't. I literally get paid 2%. So I don't really make that much. For $100 purchase, I'll make $2, right? It's not that good. It's just I have to make mine up in volume, right? But I appreciate everybody that purchases using my code. So at least by the time I'm done, I'll at least make $50 a month, right? So I can at least go buy another tool. So I appreciate you guys using my tool, and I appreciate you guys looking at the ads. I don't even have enough members and or subscribers to make any money off YouTube ads. So a lot of people are always making money off YouTube ads. I'm not. I make about $17 a month, right? So a lot of people think I'm not making money. I'm still grinding, trying to put it together. So again, what did you just pick up, Cole? Why don't you put that in there in the link? Impulse? What did you pick up, Cole? Yeah, Virgil, I was just there, man. Hawaii, man, I love that place, right? And it doesn't, I might look you up when I come there. I might look you up when I come there next time. I'm there probably every other year or so. I'll go out there. It's right here. It only costs like, I don't know, 200, $300 just to fly there because we're right here in California. So you just picked up Impulse, right? Hopefully you use my code, right? So let me tell you about Impulse really quick, and I'm gonna move to a couple other sleepers, and then we're gonna shut it down. So Impulse, here's what I like Impulse. Here's what I love about Impulse, right? Impulse is really before its time. Let me repeat that, right? Repeat that, por favor, right? For some of my Spanish speakers out here. Hopefully I said that right. But Impulse is before its time. And the reason why I say that is because Impulse is so powerful that you can get a corporate contract just off Impulse alone, right? And you could, if you're an influencer, that tool has got a lot of power on the back end because you can go in and drill down and actually see. A lot of people say they're influencers or what have you. You can actually see if an account is bought by the amount of activity. I've been telling people about Impulse, and I've been telling them the tool I've married it with. The tool I've married it with is they're gonna kill me because I can't even remember the name. I can't remember the name right now. That's got to come back to me. I can't remember the name that I married it with. Is it here? I can't remember it. I'm sorry. I can't remember the name. I'm sorry. I'm gonna find the name for you. But Impulse, I married it with another tool. Can't remember it right now. That's what happens when you go live. I'm gonna put it in the chat. I'm gonna put it down below when you see what I've married it with. All right. So what else here we want to talk about before we wrap it up here? Let me talk about EasyCourse really quick, right? A corporate contract with it right now. Right. So Blamore is basically you can literally, the reason why I say it's before its time, because there's no other tool out there like that you can actually go today and get a corporate client with. And corporate is money, right? And no one else can really kind of give you what Impulse is giving you. So I'm telling you right now, don't sleep on Impulse. And I think, like I said, it's before its time. And I think it's only 4 days left on that one, right? It's only 4 days left on that one. So thanks for backing me up, because Blamore, I'm just telling people what you can do with these tools. Let me tell you about EasyCourse. Let's talk about EasyCourse really quick, right? So a lot of people have been asking me about EasyCourse. Let me tell you right now, if I were you right now, and I'm from a content creator, I mix EasyCourse with Air Deck, and I'm in business. I don't have to probably buy another tool for the rest of the year, because those two tools alone, they're both giving you unlimited, right? Those two tools alone is golden magic. Why? Because EasyCourse is going to give you unlimited everything, right? Don't worry about the 5%. if I made $100, I'll give you 5%, right? If I can eat unlimited everything else, I don't mind about that. So the thing about EasyCourse is it is probably one of the best LMSs, period. Right now, I have maybe 10 LMSs because I kept looking for the right one. I kept looking for the right mix. If you want to challenge me on it, you want to call me on it, I will show you every single one that I have. But I've never ever met an LMS like EasyCourse, right? Never. So I married it with no, I was giving you an idea with reply queue. That was an idea how you can use it together, but there was another one. You're not, let me see. I'm gonna have to get that to you. I'm gonna get that to you guys before we leave. We're gonna sign off here in a minute. I'm gonna show you that other tool that I married it with, and I'm gonna be looking for it because it's gonna kill me right now. Uh I can't even think of it. All right, so what was I talking about? I was talking about EasyCourse, unlimited everything, one of the best LMSs. I've tried Teachables. Obviously, everybody kind of breaks their teeth on Teachables. I've tried Teachables. I've tried all of them. I use Samcart. I still use Samcart when I'm trying to do a one page close into a course, a quick course, or I'm trying to do a course based off of ebook. So I will use Samcart. I got in on a Samcart deal, unbelievable deal. I don't even have it anymore. I got their highest package for like 30, $40. That's why I still have Samcart. I have the most comprehensive package. I invested in Samcart when they first started, and I'll never let that investment go. So they actually have an LMS piece. So the best LMS right now for your money, guaranteed, hands down. Come back to this channel. Call me out if you want to. Is EasyCourse, hands down. And here's the reason why. There is about 8 to 9 streams of revenue soon as you buy it, as soon as you purchase it. If you are a course creator, EasyCourse will allow you out of the box. You know how when you get home and you unbox something, out of the box, there's 9 streams of revenue, literally, right? And so you guys just take a look at that one. You get an opportunity to look at that one. Let me see what else we got here before we sign off. What else do I like here? Let me give you another sneaky one, right? And this probably would be unfair to you that I just talked about EasyCourse, but OnlineCourseHost is sneaky good. It's not as big and glamorous as EasyCourse. It's EasyCourse, you can sell everything, right? You want French fries, you want shake, you want, banana split, whatever, you can get all that with EasyCourse. But if you want a course you can create in 30 minutes, OnlineCourseHost. I'm gonna put the link in there for that. Okay. I had it, and I tested out. I was going to keep it, and then I found EasyCourse. Then I found EasyCourse. So the thing about OnlineCourseHost, if you want to create a course in 30 minutes or less, I will time you. You can create it with OnlineCourseHost, and it looks nice. It is very compact. If I want to start up a car and go to the store just to get a loaf of bread, if I need something that's going to get me to the store, a loaf of bread, and get me results, I would go with OnlineCourseHost. If I just want something really, 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 really quick, I want to get up a quick course and I want to sell it in short order. And if I'm in a drive-through line, I would get OnlineCourseHost. But if I want a buffet that I can eat off of for years and years and years, and possibly there may even be a white label option coming, if I wanted to get that, I would go with EasyCourse if you're a course creator. All right. So those are kind of what are your thoughts on Haybase? Where is Haybase up here? Is Haybase up here, or I don't. Oh, Haybase, I don't really know. I haven't dug into that one yet, but that's a good question. I don't know. Haybase is up here. Put the link in the description so I can see. But I didn't know. Is there a Haybase here? Let me see. Let's look at that. It didn't grab my attention. Haybase. Haybase. Let me see. Oh, Haybase. All right. So now I know which one you're talking about. Haybase. There are some things that I didn't like about Haybase. Um, I think I opted to go with another tool over that one. Instead, I didn't go with the Haybase. I went with, I can't even remember the name of that tool. Man, I got so many tools. I can't remember the name of that tool. I may put that, come back later and put that in the chat. Haybase is okay. I think that Haybase has some limitations, right? I think it's good at what it does. Oh, I replaced that with Hippo. Hippo, I think it's Hippo Video. I think I ended up going with that instead of a Haybase, right? I think I went with Hippo. I think it's Hippo Video. I like that over Haybase. I got a lot more flexibility. I can get into LinkedIn and do some other things. That's the reason why I like that. So I had Haybase. I was just okay on it. It didn't give me the flexibility that I wanted. Brilliant Directories is back. PerkZilla is back. Oh my goodness, right? PerkZilla is constantly growing and evolving. I have that tool as well. You could I put PerkZilla to the test probably 3 months ago because I ended up max stacking PerkZilla. And here's the reason why. And let me tell you this: you guys are just hanging out, so I'm just start dropping you some nuggets. You never know what you're going to get with my channel. With my lives, I'm going to be just giving a lot of nuggets. But what I did with PerkZilla is I put it to the test. I said, you know what? Let me see how good this tool really is. What I did with PerkZilla is I was going to spend, I had a budget for $3,000 in ads, right? I had a contract come in. I was going to run $3,000 in ads, right? I instead opted to run a PerkZilla contest, only giving away Amazon gift cards. Let me repeat that. I gave away $3,000 worth of Amazon gift cards. Your mind will be blown when you see the type of results I got with that. And here's the reason why. Instead of running ads on Facebook or something like that, if you're going to spend that kind of money, the word of mouth is going to be a lot softer and it's going to be a lot more friendlier, because what you can do with that is you could say, hey, in order to qualify for this $100 gift card, in order to qualify for this $50 gift card, you have to like my channel, you have to comment on my channel, you have to refer somebody else to my channel. So you could take one lead in PerkZilla and turn it into 10. So if everybody in an economy like this, where it's contracting and people just want to get their hands on an extra dollar or extra $100, extra $50, oh, I can get an Amazon gift card for $100. I'm gonna go for that. All I got to do is say you're the best or something like that. That it outperformed what I thought it can do, and it was easy to do in PerkZilla because they have a lot of things already built in, and they're coming up, I think, with another version 3.0. They are trying to become the best um, lead generation type of targets there is. So don't sleep on PerkZilla, right? Awesome, bro. Similar to King Sumo. Yeah, so King Sumo is good, but King Sumo is very, very limited, right? Very limited. I could run multiple brands in PerkZilla, and I could only run one brand in King Sumo, right? There's nothing wrong. I think King Sumo is a good place to start. But if you want to grow, you want to multiply, and you can only make people do certain things in King Sumo. Maybe 3 or 4 different things you can make them do. In PerkZilla, you can actually make them. There's a lot of things you can make people do just to work towards that reward. So PerkZilla, don't sleep on that. All right. That's just if you were looking for one, right? So I just want to let you, Brilliant Directories is back. I love the fact that you can customize Brilliant Directories a lot. My problem with Brilliant Directories is there's a lot of Brilliant Directories. Everybody's in the directory business, right? And that's a grind. If you don't have any other business, you're not doing any other type of content creation or anything like that, you're not doing any of that, then and if you just wanted to buy a business, if you wanted to buy a business, listen, Jenny, I don't have no business. I want to start a business today, like brand new, then Brilliant Directories is the best tool that you can have here that you can start out of a box. The challenge with that is trying to niche it down and trying to find the best niche for Brilliant Directories. But if you wanted a out of the box, brand new, open up, and then you have a business, So I gave you guys two businesses in a box. I gave you AirDeck mixed with EasyCourse, and I gave you Brilliant Directories. All right. So those are businesses in a box. You open them up, you're already printing money, right? Brilliant Directories, it's a grind because you have to build it out. But I would not get that if I didn't get the highest tier on Brilliant Directories, right? And something about they keep coming back that worries me or concerns me, right? They haven't really separated themselves into trying to create a tool that's sustainable on MRR. I don't know if that's the case, but again, that's what I have on that. And so as I'm looking again, one other one I wanted to talk to you guys about, it's a couple more. It's called Invoiceless. So let me pull that up. Invoice. These people. All right, it's called, let me put the link in there for that. All right. All right, so here's another one. That's why I said the problem, the bad news today is you can spend a lot of money on tools that I thought would never come back. So I'm putting that in right now. Let me see. I'm putting that tool in. Yeah, I feel when companies keep coming back. That's you're right, Cole. I mean, I just think they haven't figured it out yet. When you don't see a company come back, that's a telltale sign that they figured it out. They got what they needed from AppSumo, right? And so the tool I just put in is Invoiceless. This tool has saved me on numerous occasions. What I like about Invoiceless, is it called Invoice? I think it's Invoice. Yeah, Invoiceless. So it's an invoice creator, right? You create invoices. The power in that is you can put your own domain name in, right? And then you can have the invoice populations. They say, hey, send me an invoice for that. You can send them a link, or you can just download the invoice to a PDF and just attach it to them, right? And it keeps track of all your payouts and things of that nature. And you could put in your different types of products and services that you may have with it. Let me see what the deal. I can't remember what that I get. I can't remember. Let me look at the deal on that one. So let me tell you what the deal is and what I get. I think it's only one. Yeah, it's only 69 bucks. Right. So Invoiceless is 69 bucks. You get unlimited recurring invoices. Um, one code. Listen, again, there's hidden deals. One code, you can do 3 businesses. So if you already have a couple of brands or something like that, you can do 3 businesses, meaning you can have 3 domains, right? And so one code, this is only do one code. I love it. And you can do unlimited recurring invoices, unlimited estimates, unlimited invoices, unlimited customers and management, unlimited team managers, team members, customer portal, API access, webhooks, and you can upload your logo. Sleeper tool, sleeper, right? And there are some, if you don't use a CRM, the reason why I say it saved you is because I did a deal, I want to say 4 weeks ago, and I didn't have them in any tool. I didn't have them in any CRM. They said, hey, we're going to run payroll. And so we need your invoice sent to us very fast, right? I went into Invoiceless, put an invoice together in, I don't know, 5 minutes, right? Like literally 5 minutes. And I put in 5 minutes, I shot them over the link. I do have some CRMs that create the invoices for me, but if you're kind of a freelancer, you do a couple of things here, a couple of things there, Invoiceless, I think is an excellent choice, right? Can you compare to Client Joy? What do you want me to compare to Client Joy? Tell me now, what do you want me to compare to Client Joy? I've had Client Joy, but it's probably the reason why I'm not talking about it. So let me go back to Client Joy. You want me to compare what with Client Joy? Tell me. Invoiceless? Tell me what you want me. Let me go back to Client Joy real quick. Since we're here, you guys got me, man. You guys got me. I got to go back and pick my wife up at the store. She's gonna start calling soon. So let me see. Don't tell her that I'm here. Don't tell her that I'm here. You said Client Joy. Client Joy. Client Joy. I've seen it before. Client Joy. I don't. It's client. I don't know. Not too crazy about client. I don't have Client Joy. I don't know if I've ever heard of that one. Is it still here? I don't know. So I don't know that I've ever seen that one. I apologize for that. How is it compared to Client Joy or Agency Joy? Agency Joy I've seen here. So let me pull up Agency Joy real quick. So let's look at it here. Agency Joy, CRM. What was it about Agency Joy that I did not like? And I can't remember. Oh, that's what it was. So I think when some of the CRMs come, right? So I think it was Client Joy. I mean Agency Joy, and then it was another one. Actually, I know this for a fact for Agency Joy, and I wrote the founders and I told them about it. There's nothing wrong with Agency Joy, right? I think it's a good tool when you don't have a CRM. I have a couple of CRMs, right? I have VBOW, right? Full stack. I have a couple of different tools. One thing about me is I pay for my reliable, dependable tools. I pay monthly for, right? And so there's another tool that I use um, called Entreport. They are my full blown CRM that I use. I use them for everything. What I don't think that I liked about Agency Joy, I think it's a good starter CRM, but I think this is me, what I didn't like, but I think it's good at what it does. I didn't like the flexibility on the sequences, right? And I think that comes from using a full blown CRM with full blown sequences that customize everything, like that I'm using in Entreport, and I go down to a starter CRM like Agency Joy. So I'm not even comparing apples to apples. I'm comparing like a Winnebago to like a little Prius, right? And I think it's unfair. So that's why I didn't too much like it. When you start seeing sequences, right? When everybody now wants to do their own sequences, right? A sequences in the sequences, you need to be able to do a lot. It needs to give me some flexibility on the things that I can do. If I got to use a template to use if I got to use a template to send someone else here and then send them there, and it's nicely typed, it's tight, I can't have no flexibility in it, then it doesn't do me any good. I may not want to send them an email. I might want to send them a, a text message or something like that. I want to have the flexibility to pick and choose what I want to send them. And I think that's what Agency Joy didn't give me. They're not a bad tool. They're not a bad starter CRM. It just didn't give me what I needed. And so they're not a bad tool. So that's what it is. So too many limitations. Yeah, that's what it had. So Blamore said it best. It's too many limitations. I don't have a problem with it. It just wouldn't allow me to be as flexible as I wanted to be. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this up. We got about 8 minutes. I said I'd do an hour, so we've got about 8 minutes. I'm gonna allow you guys to kind of throw out some of the tools that you're considering, you're thinking about, and I'll kind of give you an idea of what I think about them. You have 3 days to pick up these tools on AppSumo Day. It's an additional 10% off. They normally don't do that. I think last year they did something else. They didn't do 10% on everything across the board. They did something else. I think the 10% across the board, they're trying to move a lot of products in a short amount of time. And I think it puts you in a position where, hey, I didn't know I can get an additional 10% off. Right. And so that's why I said I think you get yourself in trouble. So is there anything else that you guys got? I want to spend the last 7 or so minutes covering something that you didn't think would be a good thing. Now it's there. Let me see what else. What else is here that I could probably tell you about? Um, don't sleep on Air Deck. You've heard of Air Deck, EasyCourse. You'll come back, you'll be kicking yourself. Either one of those two. Don't say I didn't tell you, right? And then there was another one I think we talked about. Oh, what else is here? Yeah, Brilliant Directories. It's a business in a box. That's a full meatball sandwich. You will be busy if you buy that one. What else you guys got? Tell me in the chat. What do you want me to look at that I can kind of tell you and give you an idea on? I'd also be careful of SendFox, right? I think a lot of people got SendFox. I think I got it. I think what happens with SendFox is it overbrands. When I look at TidyCal, I think it's good, but I think there's some other alternatives that came. So I think AppSumo has a tendency to overbrand. Why? Because they sold it for dirt cheap. But you have to be okay with you have to be okay with sharing the brand right alongside with SendFox or TidyCal. So if you don't have anything, I think those would be good. So PubCoder, I talked about that. Let me come back to PubCoder. ArtSmart. Hey, out of all the AI development tools as far as creating different illustrations, ArtSmart is probably one of the best. And there's been about 3 on here that I test drove and I pulled out of the garage. ArtSmart, the best one. and they're doing some different things. Their founder is very active, and so they do a lot. So if it's an AI development, AI creation, AI illustration type tool, ArtSmart is nice. So PubCoder, I'm off of it for that reason. You off of what? For what reason? Tell me which one, which you're off of. So PubCoder, ArtSmart is so simple. Yes, ArtSmart is killer. So PubCoder, Prince, I talked about that a little bit earlier. PubCoder is the only tool that you can buy on here for what? 59 bucks, 69 bucks. That's another business in a box tool. So that's three. So let me see. PubCoder. I'm going to do a video on PubCoder. I don't want to do it when it's gone, but it only has a couple more days here. Yeah. Oh no, PubCoder is still around, but you can only get that if you're AppSumo Plus. So hopefully you're AppSumo Plus, and you can take an additional 10% off on that. So PubCoder out of the box, you could create your own apps on the App Store. And I got a couple of apps on the App Store, and I got to tell you, those are money generating. You don't even know that you're making money. You just get this invoice, and all this money just starts coming in. If you can put anything on an App Store, if you can create anything like a toy, you want to create an interactive ebook, you want to create something to put in the iStore or something like that, that creates learning. If you do a lot of learning stuff, you want to teach kids how to sew, if you want to teach kids how to make their bed, right? Any of those types of things, if you're into that, then that's a tool that you would need. I'm using kids because those are the only ones that carry around the tablets, right? You're out, you're in a restaurant, you see the kids with the tablets, right? If you created a easy to how to order from a restaurant as a kid or whatever, any of those types, if you want to create any of that, if you can imagine it and make it interactive, that's PubCoder. That's PubCoder, right? It's a confusing, not understandable type of tool, but it is very, very powerful, and they give you unlimited creations. I think on their lowest tier, it's crazy. That's a business in a box. 69 bucks, 5 users, unlimited projects, unlimited storybooks. Are you kidding me? That's probably the best deal on here. That, and of course, EasyCourse, right? And so what else do we got here? What are your thoughts on Chatbase? I have so many chat tools that I didn't get a chance to look at Chatbase. I may have missed it, but is AirDeck different from Loom or Berrycast? I definitely will answer that question. I definitely answer that question. So let me answer Chatbase. Let me go back. All right, so we're down about 3 minutes. I want to make sure I get everybody what they need. Chatbase and customer. Listen, I think I'm like this. There's one chat box, you've made them all. There's another chat system I had on here before, but it was super expensive, but it was very, very good. I couldn't keep them because they just cost too much to own. I don't know about Chatbase as much. I have my chat tools, right? I bought a couple of them back. So I haven't gotten into chat box. I can definitely take a look at it. Let me take a look at what it has in it. Nope. Let me go back here. Yeah, I don't know what Chatbase, they have 5,000 messages, 6,000 characters, ability to connect your open API. I like that. No, if you get that, you got to go tier 2, right? No Chatbase branding, ability to connect your open API. Anytime you can connect your open API, it's always something to look at, right? And you could probably pick up Albedo, right, and connect this tool to another tool. I talked about API Albedo early on, 6,000 characters. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think they got a lot of good reviews. API access. Anytime they give you API access, I'm telling you, that's always a good thing because you can connect stuff into it. I'm not really sure on that one, to be honest with you. I can only speak tried and true on the things that I know about, right? And AirDeck is not Berrycast. It's funny because you have these templates and you guys need to be prepared for this. When you're looking at an AppSumo tool, they tell you what they want to compare it to, and they tell you what they not want to compare it to. Sometimes they force you into saying it's compared to something. It's not Berrycast and it's not Loom. It's neither one of those because you can't record your desk. You can't record screens, right? You can only record. You could upload PowerPoints. You can upload those types of things. It's neither one of those tools. Completely neither one of those tools, right? Go back to the beginning of this, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm actually going to do another video on AirDeck. That's just how much I believe in this tool. Stack with SneakHeat with VidPower. Yes. SnackHeat is a sneaky tool too. I just couldn't find a where I was going to insert it. But yeah, Stack Impulse with Holify. Yes, that's a nice combo. Impulse with Holify. You can do your contracts in Holify, and you can find your content creators in Impulse. If you stack Impulse with Holify, done deal. It's a wrap. You will become the king of corporate agency model. If you want to go into that business, that's an expensive business to get into because you got to put out a lot of money. But Holify and Impulse together, peanut butter and jelly, you will make money. Because again, the Holify does all your contract management with influencers, right? And then you mix that with Impulse. It does all your influencers and measures their success. And it has, if you buy the white label, you can do your own brands and do your own branded reports that you can show to your corporate sponsors, right? So you marry those two together, it's a wrap. That I don't even have enough money to do both of those and do all the rest of those. I don't even have that kind of money. I had it, but I was like, man, I don't know. So I kind of cut back a little bit. I saw some other tools that I want to take advantage of. Hey, you guys have been great. Thank you guys for tuning in. Some of you guys have been with me as soon as you got in. Blamore, thank you, sir, for joining in. And I really do appreciate you hanging in there with me. You guys have been great today. Hey, I'm signing off. Hopefully you guys can get some joy out of that. Comment below, whatever you got, whatever you picked up on, come back later and comment on this chain. I want to try to get more usage. Share my channel. I'm trying to grow. I make no money off of ads. I make, I don't know, 20 bucks, 15 bucks a month off ads. And I make $2 for every $100 spent on AppSumo. All right, $2 for every $100 spent on AppSumo. I don't make that much, but I do this on my free time because I'm running 3 freaking businesses. But I'll wake up 2, 3 in the morning or leave my wife at the store just to try to give you guys the content that you need. So share my channel, and you can always like and comment. If you don't want to share, just like and comment, and that'll help YouTube. I appreciate you guys, especially my members, Blamore, Cold Crush. I appreciate you guys being members, joining my community. I got some more stuff coming for you guys. You guys, hey, take care. Goodbye for now.